If you want to know what freshman year is like, then keep watching. Hey guys! So this video is my freshman tips and expectations video. And sorry about the quality, I'm filming on my laptop because my camera is in my dad's car right now. So we're gonna move past that and get on with the video. My freshman year might be different from yours. It might be totally different and it varies. And I'm just going to tell you how mine went. Hopefully you can get like a feel of how your freshman year might be. It's going to be totally different depending on what kind of school you go to. I go to a public school, so maybe about 2 weeks before school started, my school held like an open house thing. And that was just like so we could get familiar with the school, because I mean going from middle school to high school is a big step. So at the open house in front of the school there was a little post sign thing, and it had a list of all the people in my grade, and it told you which homeroom you're going to be in. And I don't know about your school, but my school has homeroom. And homeroom is just something where all of the school stuff like gets handed out, and like where everyone kind of gathers depending on your last name. So if my last name started with an M, I'd be with all the other M's. And that's where just like the important school stuff goes on. It doesn't involve like any academics or anything. That's my cat. So before you walked into the school, on the door there was a list of who would be in your homeroom, what homeroom you were in, and stuff like that. So me and my friends walked up to the list. We saw which homeroom we were in. I took a picture because I kind of tend to forget stuff. As we walked into the school, they gave us maps. So this is a map of our school. And so after me and my friends looked at the list, we walked into the school and we kind of took a tour around the school basically by ourselves. We took a look at this map and we found where our homeroom was, so we weren't freaking out on the first day. So if your school has an open house thing, I suggest that you go to it because it's really going to help you. My homeroom was right there. But yeah. So this map was really helpful to me, and I carry this around for the first week of school because you're going to need a map. Unless if you already know your school, but if you don't, I suggest that you familiarize with it before you go in, because if I didn't have this map, I would have been freaking out on the first week or whatever. And then after maybe like 2 weeks, after I found out where all my classes were and how to get to them, I didn't really use the map, but I just had it in case, and I saved it so I can make this video for you guys. So on the first day of school, I'm pretty sure that we went to homeroom first thing, and we got our lockers, we got our locks, we got our combinations, and we got like beginning of the school year kind of stuff. And on the first day, to be honest, I was nervous for being in high school because I mean there's seniors and juniors and sophomores, and like just the whole fact that I was a freshman and that there was like older people and all the stories I heard from it, I was nervous, but you really shouldn't be that nervous for it. So on the first day, I walked in with my friend, and then we had to split up because we had different last names, and so we went to our homerooms, and we got our schedules, and I think on the first day we went to each class, and they gave a good time of passing time in case if someone got lost. And there's teachers, in case if you get lost, you can ask anyone, you can ask your teachers or friends or just anyone in the hallways. On the first day, all I did was go in my classrooms, and the teachers talked about their rules and their expectations and stuff like that. And now I'm going to give you some tips. When you're a freshman, you know you hear about all the stories that seniors pick on freshmen and everything. Well, that's not true. So, I mean, it could be, but most likely it's not going to be true. That's just stuff to scare you guys. But don't be afraid, because if you seem like you're really nervous and if you have like really wide eyes, or if you're just like shaking in the middle of the hallway just standing there, seniors will be more likely to pick on you because you're going to be more vulnerable. So don't look like you're scared, and if you are, try to hide it a little bit, because everyone's going to be nervous on their first day. Like there's no one that's going to be like perfectly fine. It's not anything to be like scared of. And also, don't act like you own the place, because the upperclassmen will notice that you are acting like that, and they might do something about it. Don't get yourself in a lot of trouble, because you don't want to get in trouble in your freshman year, because that just means that you will not have a good high school experience. Okay, so in my school, the upperclassmen did kind of try to like scare the freshmen. They would do it by like screaming in our faces, or just like being like, oh hi, like they'll just try to talk to you. Some people might respond, some might be scared. It depends on who you are and how you like would act in that situation. But with me, I just ignored it. I kind of laughed and shook it off. I mean, it's nothing. It's not like they're like calling you names or anything. They just like scream, like try to scare you and everything. And if an upperclassman does scream in your face, they're most likely looking for a good reaction from you. So if you just ignore it, then they won't be satisfied, which is a good thing because you don't want them to be. For your freshman year, you want to be yourself, and I mean, I know it's a new surrounding and everything, but don't let that hold you back from being yourself. And if you have like cliques in your school, like there's different groups of different type of people, those will all kind of merge together in high school because there's just so many other people in high school and it's a bigger school, and a lot of drama might happen because in my school I know a lot of drama happened in my freshman year. But the thing is that I'm not a very drama involved person because what I do is I ignore it. So if there's any drama around you, try your best to ignore it because you do not want to get involved. You do not want to get involved with any drama so just stay away from any drama and try to focus on your schoolwork because in the end of the year I had finals on everything that I learned, and that is difficult. So I suggest that you keep your schoolwork from the first term because you'll probably need it to study for the last term. I love high school because it's so free. I mean, in my school we get to chew gum and we weren't able to chew gum in middle school, and in high school you can just like, I don't know, something about it is more free and everything, and there's not like teachers watching you. You are like very independent, and that's what I love about it. But don't slack off, because if you slack off, that will not be good for your future, because in high school this is where it all starts to tie into your future and what you're going to do in your life. Just if you try your hardest, then you'll do fine. Oh, and also for a tip, be very organized, because I, on the other hand, kind of slacked off on the organization part, and I was kind of a mess. Alright, so now I'm going to show you some of the things that I needed for my freshman year in high school. You'll probably get a list before the school year starts of what supplies you'll need, but this is just some of the things that I needed. So obviously I had binders. So this is for science, and I just have tabs like homework, classwork, etc. And then, I don't know about you, but binders kind of get annoying because you have to like hole punch everything. So I like folders, and I just stuff everything in here. I had book covers. You'll probably need these to cover your books so they don't get ruined. And this one's cute because it's looks like that. It's all rainbow, and I love rainbow. And this one is like flowers, and I love this one too because I love pink and I love flowers. So. And then for math, we needed a scientific calculator, and in science we kind of needed these too, hence the scientific part of it. And then to hold on my pencils, I used this, and it's just something my mom got from Target, and it's a pencil case. So it's very helpful to have one of these. And then, I don't know about your high school, but in my high school we are allowed to carry bags. So I had this bag, and I got this from my school. They sell these in my school, so I'm not going to turn around because it has the initials of my school on it. But yeah, so this is just like a bag you put on your back. It's called a string bag, and it looks like that. And I put my books in here, and I was good to go. Also, during the year, I used this bag. And this bag I got from Aeropostale. It was only $10. And this is a tote bag. It goes like that. And this is very good because it's really big and it holds a lot of my stuff for school, like all my folders and my binders and my books and everything. And there's a little pocket right there that I put my phone in it. Don't leave expensive things in your locker, because if anything happens, if you lose your lock or you forget to lock your lock, people will try and steal your expensive things, so keep them with you the whole day. And then I would keep this in my backpack. What?